to get R to refract the horizon to a non-geometric position. It's a paradox.
Was 2 lines of sight. One...
No, we've only got 1 line of sight. Is that to the 2 horizons?
I can't respond, can I?
Sorry, we've got 2 lines of sight, have we, Clown Show?
You're frightened of what I'm going to say, aren't you?
Well, you just said it. You said we've got 2 lines of sight.
Balls, dude. I'll tell you what, do you know what looming is? Define looming and provide an example for us.
Doesn't even know what looming.
I was trying to the other day, but you.
What is looming? Me, so and then provide an. I want the definition of looming, and then I want you to provide an example of it.
Okay, looming is the additional raising beyond the standard refraction of objects in the distance above their geometric position.
Negative. That's not the definition. I want a citation.
That's exactly what looming is.
That is not.
You.
Citation, please.
What geometric position? You don't even have a geometric horizon.
On the Thomas Young website, the Andrew Young website.
Citation.
Hold on, he's giving one. He said.
You guys hear that doubt in his voice?
Hold on, he said. He's giving his citation. He said.
QE is just a moron. Doesn't know what looming is.
QE.
It's the additional refraction above standard refraction that causes things to rise up.
Thank you, Rumpus. So you're saying Andrew Thomas Young. The problem with that particular citation, Rumpus, and I'm sure I've taken you through this before, you're just an idiot, is that he describes having a line of sight to a geometric horizon. Something that you have specifically told us we do not have. So in order to derive
in a non-refraction case, he describes
refraction
that.
Value,
in a non-refraction case, he
my
talks
bad.
about
Are you scared of this?
Horizon.
Are you scared of me pointing out that Andrew Thomas Young has drawn a line of sight to something we cannot see? Because that's what he's got in that citation. I've read it plenty of times.
Okay, you go ahead, and then you say, give me 15 seconds to respond then, okay?
I was in the middle of describing how he's got a line of sight to a geometric horizon. Now we'll draw the line of sight to the geometric horizon, he says in that citation. And you can't draw a line of sight to the geometric horizon. You haven't got one.
On then. So you're not going to let me respond?
What, while I'm in the middle of my statement? No, I'm not going to let you rumpus the shit out of me while I point out for the 3rd time. Maybe you'll tolerate listening this time. We'll see how many times I have to repeat it with you saying, am I going to get a chance to speak while I'm in the middle of pointing out that Andrew Thomas Young has got a line of sight, meaning you can see it, to a geometric horizon that we cannot see. Oh, Rumpus has run away.
Oh, I've been unmuted, have I? Oh, jolly good. So I've deafened myself, so I've no idea what you've been saying.
Andrew Thomas Young has got a line of sight to a geometric horizon. He says, until now, we have drawn the line of sight to the geometric horizon. Line of sight means you can see it, and you can't. So his citation, describing looming for this example, has line of sight to a geometric horizon you don't have anymore.
No, it doesn't. No,
it says, until now, we have drawn the line of sight to the geometric horizon. That's what it says.
Until now, and now he then says he's not going to, yeah.
So you can't draw a line of sight to it because your derivative refraction value has R in it. That's why he's got a line of sight to the geometric horizon. To get R to refract the horizon to a non-geometric position, it's a paradox.
Was 2 lines of sight. One...
No, we've only got 1 line of sight. Is that to the 2 horizons?
I can't respond, can I?
Sorry, we've got 2 lines of sight, have we, Clown Show?
You're frightened of what I'm going to say, aren't you?
Well, you just said it. You said we've got 2 lines of sight. No, Clown Show. Only 1.
2 situations. He considers 2 situations.
I've only got 1 line of sight, though, and it doesn't include a geometric horizon.
Situations.
Those 2 situations aren't inclusive of the one that's only got 1 horizon, and it's not geometric. He's drawing a line of sight to it to get his R value. That's the problem with your citation. Are you too scared to actually listen to it?
See, there's 2 situations.
He just seems to be saying there's 2 situations through my rebuttal that debunks Andrew Thomas Young as a citation for this, because he, until now, has drawn the line of sight to the geometric horizon. And in order to have a line of sight with it, you've got to see it. And you can't. Has he run away like a coward again? What a shock. That's what he does.
Muted him.
If he can't get away with rumpusing the rebuttal, He'll talk constantly until someone mutes him in Discord, which is presumably what's happened right now. And then he sticks his fingers in his ears. In other words, either I will rumpus this rebuttal to the point where I can justifiably say I haven't heard it, and then I'll just ignore it completely and say there's two different circumstances. There's two lines of sight.
It is two situations. He considers two situations, one with and one without refraction.
Wait, how many?
He considers two situations, one without refraction, which is where you have a geometric line of sight. And
when do we have that? When do we see this situation?
With a geometric? How do you do that?
Jesus Christ.
How do you do that? Our question is, when do you get the line of sight to the position you cannot see?
Let him answer, Rumpus.
Geometric horizon.
I've got half the mangled question. Over talking.
Let them answer.
You're asking a question, aren't they?
Let them answer. They're trying to answer you.
He's going to turn it into this, my friend. While I point again, what Andrew Thomas Young does is draw a line of sight to a geometric horizon. It's the second scenario in Rumpus's two situations. Well, that scenario requires drawing a line of sight to something you cannot see. We do not see the geometric horizon, yet Andrew Thomas Young's got a line of sight to it in a particular circumstance he can't achieve. And if he can't achieve it, he's not going to be deriving an R value to move a horizon that you cannot see to a position that you can see. Because in a second scenario that we don't get, he gets the geometric horizon. Well, we don't get it in reality. So in reality, we don't have a geometric horizon. In Andrew Thomas Young's citation, he's drawing a line of sight to it.
That's because it's a
so in the
theoretical construct
case, he draws a straight line. And in the refraction case...
Well, in the non-refraction case, he draws a straight line. When does he do that? When does he do that?
He draws a straight line.
When does he do that in reality?
In the
when does he do that in reality? When does he do that in reality? When does he do that in reality?
Listen.
When does he do that in reality? He's going to rumpus this because he knows that if I ask him when he does it, he doesn't.
Not being allowed to...
Doesn't do it in reality.
Rumpus, we've heard you.
Yeah, he's going to say it 16 times, though, because I'm asking when he does this in reality. When does Andrew Thomas Young draw a line of sight to the geometric horizon in this scenario you're describing? When does he do that in reality? Answer, he doesn't, because we haven't got a geometric horizon. That's the end of Earth curve. That's the end of the heliocentric model. It's dead. Because you need a geometric horizon, and Andrew Thomas Young draws a line of sight to it.
In the non-refraction case, he draws a straight...
When do we see that in reality? Answer, never going to come. Because we don't see it in reality. I ask, when do we see the geometric horizon? We don't see the geometric horizon. So in this scenario, it's only being done in maths, not in reality.
Line. In the non-refraction case...
Okay, Rumpus.
No, I'm going to be allowed to finish my goddamn sentence.
Nah, I'll just point out that we haven't got a geometric horizon. We do not see the geometric horizon, says AB Science. The geometric horizon only exists in the maths, says the Rumpus.
We are not going to see the geometric horizon.
We wouldn't expect to see geometry, says Planner Walk.
No one's claiming that we see physical geometry.
It's not a visual horizon.
It's pretty damn clear that we haven't got a geometric horizon, but for Rumpus's citation, Andrew Thomas Young makes it explicitly clear. He draws a line of sight to the geometric horizon. So when I ask when does he do this, we get a lot of disturbance and a lot of coward fear and a lot of projection and a lot of rumpusing. Because they don't draw a line of sight to a geometric horizon, they haven't got one.
You have a rebuttal now, Rumpus.
He stuck his fingers in his ears the moment you muted him and stopped him from censoring me pointing out that he can't do it.
It's so annoying when he does
so
that.
he'll just claim he hasn't heard it. He'll go back in and say the same thing, that he's got two scenarios, ignoring my rebuttal that one of them doesn't exist in reality.
So when he comes off deafen, you mute his dumb ass again, because we don't want to hear it.
Yeah, he's got nothing to offer.
Try and call
it. I just want to let you know, there's been an update. According to Professor Bell End, every horizon we see is geometric.
And every time you see the horizon, you're actually seeing the geometric horizon.
We are not going to see the geometric horizon.
No one's claiming that we see physical geometry.
It's not a visual horizon.
And every time you see the horizon, you're actually seeing the geometric horizon.
he wants to go back to the example of non-refraction, which would imply a non-medium, which never occurs.
Andrew Thomas Young draws a straight line and a curved line. To what? To what?
It only exists in theory, okay, because it's a thought experiment, because they need it to be at 1.22 miles at a 1 foot observer height, and it's not.
Yep. Exactly. Black Swan is the reason we're having this argument with Rumpus having to disclaim, by way of rumpusing, that he hasn't got an answer when I ask where does Andrew Thomas Young draw a line of sight to something we cannot see. That's Earth curve, by the way. The geometric horizon we're talking about is Earth curve. It's the line of sight to something you cannot see. It used to block boats and buildings with its physicality. Now we're being told that we can't see it. But we've definitely got to draw a line of sight to it to get an R value. And you can't. End of globe model.
Yep.
Yeah, right,
Rumpus
Nathan.
said the other day
And unicorns
that
exist in my
it's not
garage.
a visual horizon, but it is visible.
Yeah, unicorns exist in my garage. I can just give you the math for that. Prove it in math.
I can't see him saying that.
There's two scenarios. One scenario with unicorns and one scenario that's reality. I draw the maths for the unicorns in scenario one that's not reality, and then infer that in reality what I see in the horizon is actually a unicorn, because I maths the unicorn in scenario one that isn't reality, and then infer that it's an antecedent, my unicorn, for the horizon, because I've mathsed it in scenario one that doesn't exist in reality. That's what they've done.
Well, it's not a real measurement. It's only numerical to match their globe R.
The new one is there is a geometric horizon you don't see, but it projects from itself the apparent horizon that we see.
Oh yeah, I heard that one. Yeah, that's a new one right there. Well, the recent one is
all of it is the same, and they're basically saying when I look out into the distance, I'm looking at holograms.
Here's a new one. They say for us to get to the physical horizon, we have to remove the atmosphere first.
Well, is a projected image not a hologram? Is that not how it's defined?
So, in other words, for any of their mathematics that asserts Earth curve obstruction, they're not valid because there's atmosphere in the way.
Every time you see the horizon, you're actually seeing the geometric horizon.
Bill Bell, on screen is a picture of a horizon. Is it geometric?
Listen to that real closely. Do you hear that and you see that? That is the death throes that they're still in of the heliocentric bald tard spinning space monkey religion. You feel it? I feel it.
I feel it.
And I got a wry smile.
Me too.
Thanks.
Yeah. For all those who said the black swan's just a drop in the ocean and not very important, dead already. Is that why we're being told we don't see Earth curve? Because that's what the geometric horizon is. Is that why we're having people having to fundy mute me asking when we see Earth curve, the line of sight to the tangent point physical Earth curve edge? Well, that's the assertion in their geometry of Earth curve. And I ask Rumpus, when do we see this in reality? And because of the framework of the question and where it's being set here, he's got to Rumpus the answer. You'd think he'd just say we see Earth curve all the time. Just for people's information, on screen now, donkey dick geometry from Andrew Thomas Young. And the line between point 0 and point G is the dotted line tangent point horizon, formerly known as Earth curve. It's the line of sight to that which we cannot see. And in his description, he makes it explicitly clear. Up until now, we've drawn a line of sight to the geometric horizon. Well, they must, because they're doing geometry, to get their bent line that isn't geometric. It's not going to give you an R value. It's an assertion that's been utilising a point you can't see anymore, thanks to this bad boy, the Black Swan. Alive and kicking and killing the globe.